Hey, what's good, everybody? I hope y'all can hear me. Oh wait, with the mic off so you can hear me better. Um, yeah, just real quick. I know I'm supposed to go live every day, but I got a real good excuse. Today was a really good day. Did a whole lot, as you can see by the video beside me with no sound. That's all my fault because I didn't have nobody doing the sound part of it. But yeah, man. I actually had the opportunity today to speak at a high school here in Prince George's County, Potomac High, and man, it was really good. You know, I'm a part of the. Some of you already know I'm a part of the advisory board for Prince George's County Public Schools Business Management and Finance Department. So they have a curriculum for students where they can learn different things. And if you're interested, if you're a business person or in secondary education, something like that, and you have a desire to be on the board, just let me know. Shoot me a message. It's a really good opportunity to give back, to be involved in the educational process. Even as you can see, their instructors are there with me, and this is just kind of the introduction. And you're not gonna be hear what I'm saying, so I'm gonna talk through it. Basically today, so in a couple of weeks, I'll be doing a boot camp with all of the students, volunteering to do a boot camp with these students. We're there because they actually have what's called a market day that's coming up. And I'll send out invitations to that because I really think it'd be good to come and support the students where they've been writing business plans for a while, and they're actually going to present them to the public. So it's going to be to the students, to general public and things like that, where they've been actually writing business. Actually, my my trainer Rob and his wife Michelle, their son is a part of the a part of this program. He's sitting on the front row. He's on the front row. You know how it is when you know somebody. You kind of kind of put them through that. But yeah, so it was pretty dope, man. And I just want to encourage you all, find a way to give back, find a way to support the future. I mean, I do a lot of different volunteer things, with nonprofits, of course, with the ministry I'm a part of, but also I work heavily with Project Give Back, where we feed thousands of families every year through and around Thanksgiving time and other times throughout the year. Chairman of the board for Kennedy Foundation for the Arts. We have really good things coming up with that. Please, keep in contact. We have our first fundraiser soiree coming up in a few months. It's going to be amazing. And but this is one of the ones that's really close to my heart because I see myself in a lot of these students. I don't know if y'all, anybody who knew me in school, especially like middle school, elementary, middle, and high school, I was always smart. But as teachers, always say, he doesn't apply himself. I didn't apply myself. And one of the biggest reasons was I had very little motivation. Sorry, teachers, most of them did not motivate me. And so when I show up to something like this, my goal is to try to reach the ones that everybody there, but especially ones where I see myself in, where sometimes when it comes to education, it feels like the gratification is just so far off. That was one of the reasons why I didn't do it. So when I came here, I addressed that when I spoke with them and talking to them, and this was a very interactive. It was very conversational. I don't just like get up there and just talk like I have to do here, because again, talking to a computer screen. But they were able to ask questions, and that's one of the instructors right there. And shout out to the instructors there at Potomac who helped them with their business classes, because they're in there every day with them. And one of my jobs as being a part of the board is to just support them. So this was me coming in support. So because when I meet with them again today, I talked to them about three different things that that the instructors wanted me to just reinforce with them and give them a little insight. One was, of course, the financial piece of a business plan, business ethics, and of course, operations and management. So that's kind of where it came. What I talked about today. And so when I go back next time, let me go ahead, click past this. I know they're like, why do you got me in the camera? I didn't put you. You used to do yourself. But when I actually go back in a couple of weeks, One of my students who was a part of my entrepreneur camp next year, uh, next year, I mean, not yet, next year, last year, she was a part of my entrepreneur camp last year. The girl is in ninth grade. Well, she's in the 10th grade now. She was in ninth grade, sharp as a whip. And so she's going to be actually helping me to audit the student business plan. So I'm really looking forward to working with her again, because she's done such a wonderful, wonderful job. Um, and so some of these students, those who have donated to our scholarship fund, I'm going to put the link back up here. Some of these students will be able to take advantage by going to this, either free or reduced price for it, because of the donations that you made. And so I really appreciate that. But yeah, so today was, we sat there and we talked, and they were able to ask questions. I taught them some little tricks on how to find stuff about your competition that most people don't know how to do. If most of you all know, I do also have some cybersecurity certification. So being able to find information on the internet that people don't necessarily know about is one of my specialties. So I gave them a little tips and tricks on how to do that, how to do some Google dorking with stuff like that. They don't know this, but I'm going to be sending them some things to help them. But yeah, man, I just was wanted to get on to talk about it. Where I was able to take pictures with them afterwards. We talked, asked one-on-one questions. I gave away a number of copies of my book, The 7-Day Business Plan, to ones who were very participatory, because I know it's going to help them with what they're doing. And really shout out to the staff, and actually one of them is coming up right there, who are the advisors with the county in the BMF program with CTE, and they do an excellent job. They engage me a lot. They reach out, they call and say, Carl, and I've never really said no to them. I go to volunteer my time, because as I've been blessed, I really want to bless others, especially the next generation, because that's important to me. Even you see the gentleman sitting there on the stage, that's their instructor, young fellow. He's actually younger than me, but he's teaching them entrepreneurship and business. And the amount of, you can tell he has a lot of care for the students. These boys and girls who come in and they have business plans and they have desires. He's actually helping to set them up for success so that they'll be able to market and have their businesses now. So I'm really happy about that, and being able to do that with them. So me coming, I'm just really coming to support them, because that's what's important to me, that they're supported and that they have what they need to get through. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. That's how I spent my day. I was able to talk to them, and as you see, their instructors talking to them. Oh, at this point, the batteries went out, so I just had to just talk so they could hear me. But if any of you all would like to join me in doing this, reach out, let me know. It's a great way to volunteer, and I really, 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 really enjoy it. Yes, hey, Denise, thank you for that shout out. I do it because, like I said, I see myself in them, and I see the potential that they have. Because think about it from our perspective. Some of the things that we learned in our 20s, our 30s, and some of us in our 40s now. Imagine if we knew those things when we were teenagers. How often we say things like, if I knew then what I know now. And though we can never go back and know those things, we can help the next generation to know those things. And one of the things I was even telling them about, if I would have knew, about business plans, about marketing, about promotions, about, all of that stuff when I was their age, there's no reason I couldn't have been a millionaire by 25 instead of waiting, until now to be, going down that road. And so, I said that 20 years from now, everybody who's in charge will no longer be in charge. It's the picking is theirs. The opportunity is theirs for the picking. And I really hope that they heard it. But I'll be back in 2 weeks, and they know this. Because I want to see results from what I taught today. I don't just like to show up and leave a quote unquote mark or give a speech or say something. I'm going to go back and inspect what I expect. So they're going to be going through a process with they want to be they're going to go through a process where I'm going to look at what they have done and see if it matches up with what they've been taught and the resources that I'm going to give them. Um, and I think that's also a part of it when we actually decide to help and to give back is make sure that we don't just do it, to get that feel good moment, but that we actually get the results that we want. Like I said, I know a number of them now. Having had conversations with them and saying, hey, look, I'm going to come back and look at what you've done and what you said you're going to do, because they have some really good ideas. They have some bakers. So some people want to do business consulting. I mean, like at the age of 14 and 15, that's just wonderful to me. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to work with a lot of them during the summer, um, in order to give them the opportunity to really be a part of the program. And so this is when I stepped away and let Mrs. Gillis Cruz get up there and speak to them, because she is the person who really is they call her the fairy godmother. Whenever there's something that the students want or the students need, she reaches out to us who are the partners, or she actually gets it herself, or they have so many resources because of what they do. And even though I'm a part of this, because they reached out to me. So just want to encourage you all, find a way to give back, talk to, your community. If you're here in Prince George's County, or even in the surrounding areas, please let me know. There are a number of people, friends that I have on this board now, because I go out and recruit a lot of Hamptonians. Actually, Bridget Gillis Cruz, she is actually a Hamptonian as well. So, and it's about 5 of us on the board. Even the board chair, Monique Malabet, she's a Hamptonian. So we got a lot that we do. So I just wanted to, shout this out because, again, I've been promising myself that I'm going to be consistent in going live and providing content, and just, every day something different. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to talk about how to choose your charities, so that, you're not just giving to everybody, but you're giving to, again, things that are getting results, and that are also beneficial to the ethos of your personal company. And one of mine is making sure that, I help those in my community here in Prince George's County, being one who grew up in Landover. Anything that I can help, any way that I can help our students here is what I'm going to do. So, how are you giving back? Feel free to drop it in the comments. Let me know. I want to know what others are doing in their communities, in our communities, to help out, because one day we all gonna die, right? But it's what type of legacy are we leaving? Like I said, the past year, one of my slogans has been my legacy is more important than my life. So what I leave behind is more important than what I'm able to do for myself. But that's about it, y'all. If you get the chance, please, I'm begging you. I'm not really begging, I'm asking a lot to donate to our campaign, our camp, the scholarship fund, so that we can have so many more of these children be able to go through and have success. One of these days, I'm going to actually show y'all some of what we did last year, so that you'll be able to see what what the results were from my cyber business. Like I said, we taught cybersecurity, ethical hacking, as well as entrepreneurship. But these, this is us standing up there, and those everybody else up there besides me are actually employees of Prince George's County Public Schools, and so I'm very happy to be able to support them. And if you see a educator out there who is on the ground doing stuff, give them a pat on the back and find out what you can do to help them. Because one thing that I've learned being a part of this board is that while they're in the trenches, they don't have the opportunities that some of us may have, especially on the business side, to understand what the trends are, which is one of the reasons that I do what I do in support of them. You see, came and gave me a hug for coming through. It's like, because it's my job as a consultant, I have to stay ahead of the game. I have to know what's going on. And so I'm able to actually provide that information also to our students, to say, hey, look, I tell the instructors, hey, this is what's going on. This is where the trends are going. This is where marketing is going. This is what's actually going to be marketable. Let's let them know that. And so even being able to have an effect on the curriculum and the opportunities that the students have. And I'm going to be having internships, all of that type of stuff. And this is when students started coming. As you can see, they was coming in for lunch and they ain't cared nothing about my camera because they was just in there about to get, the little pizza, little square pizzas that we used to get. Yeah, let them joints. But that's neither here nor there. But it's been 15 minutes and 33 seconds. Again, y'all, let me know how you're volunteering, what things you're doing to give back to the community. I think this is a wonderful thing that you can do. Thanks for those of you all who are following. Feel free to like, subscribe, share it with somebody else. It's a great thing. We're live on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on Facebook. We'll never figure out how to get all this stuff to go to Instagram too. But that's about it, y'all. Y'all have a great one. Should y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, metaphysical speculations, please holler at your boy. Later. I want you to have profit. My program, Profit Before Pain, helps you to put money in your pocket so that you can actually have that motivation to keep going. So many times we quit and we stop our businesses because we haven't experienced the profit that we want. I'm the type of person, I've been through it. This is what I've used to launch both of my businesses. I had a photography business. I used this same program, made $3,000 the first week. I'm also an ethical hacker, and I launched my ethical hacking classes where I teach people how to protect themselves online, and I made $5,000 my first time going live with it, and continuously made $20,000 the first month. So I'm telling you, this works. That is my solution. And in my 4-day to launch program, you work with myself, you work with my team. We use our templates, our methodologies to get you off the ground. You're in the room with other entrepreneurs who want to help you. Now, I'm telling you, you may be hesitant, but I don't want you to be in the same position next year where you haven't started fulfilling your dreams. You haven't started doing what you want to do. You haven't started doing what you want. We don't want you to experience this pain again. Let's get you making this money. Let's be real. That's what it's about. You want to be able to make an honest living. So click the link below, sign up. Let's get to work and come to my webinar. Let's see how this works. We can work together. And as I've said before, I will be your 7th customer. You go through my program and we get you a viable offer that I help you develop. I'll be your 7th customer. Even if it's something that I'll never use in my life, I will still purchase it and give it to somebody else. So let's go. 4daystolaunch.com. Let's make it happen. Are you the person who's been thinking about starting their business forever? You have an idea, you have something on your mind and your heart that you've been wanting to do for so long, but you just haven't got it off the ground. Well, I'm Carl Gray and I'm a business launch specialist. My job